Hi Taurus, welcome back to the Tarot Closet. Welcome if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to another Taurus Love Tarot reading, another Taurus Love reading. And as is often the case here at the Tarot Closet, Taurus Love Messages reading. This is coming off. Taurus, it's the Two of Swords in reverse, as you can see. Moon and Libra energy. Somebody might be a little bit confused and indecisive here. We can see that. Let's keep going. Taurus, I'm channeling in June 2023, but you could be here. Well, you could be here in real time, of course, but you could also be here many months, even years later. This is a fated connection between you and I. You are here today for a reason, and that is because there is a message or messages meant for you. Welcome whenever you're here. I'm really happy you are here. All the links are below thetarotcloset.com, and of course I will link all the decks that come in today. Also, all the playlists are there, all zodiac signs, messages from your person, love tarot readings, which you'll also know if they are for you or not. All readings are always timeless. If you're on a twin flame journey, there are very long, in-depth twin flame readings you can also access down below. There's probably about 100 down there now. So feel free to explore if you are inspired to do so. Before we begin your reading, Taurus, I would like to invite you to like today's video and subscribe to the Tarot Closet if you have not already. This helps the channel so very much. I can't tell you. Watching videos, liking them, sharing them if you're inspired to, subscribing to the channel. These are things that help me stay healthy here and continue to grow. So thank you so very much for that. Thanks again for joining me. Let's see what else is coming through. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the cards. Aho. Interesting. Wow, so this has been, you can see right below the stuck energy is also the Ace of Wands. So this wait for somebody to make up their mind, bring some clarity, have some clarity, has been really difficult. This person has been really blocked. I feel like that's changing. It's the High Priestess in reverse, Cancer in energy, Divine Feminine energy. It's in reverse here, so we can see that there is we all have divine feminine and divine masculine energies, and there is an overabundance of divine masculine energy. However, something's changing here because we can see in the partnership placement, it's the Magician card. This is Gemini and Virgo energy, also Mercury energy, the planet of the mind, planet of communication. This is manifesting you back, their soulmate, manifesting each other. But your person, you're someone maybe who's showing up for you today. It could even be someone that you're near. You're just having trouble. You're trying to get each other back is what I want to say. Bring each other back. Bring them back to you. Bring you back to them. As above, so below. This is turning what you've been wanting, visions, I feel for everybody here, into reality. I don't always feel that in the partnership placement. You know, really, readings, if you watch my readings, you know, they're all really, they're all really different. I just really never know where things are going. And I feel a really strong energy here that you guys really want this, that there's still potential here. We can see that. And where your person's energy is the strongest is the King of Wands. This is a really powerful energy. It's a really bold energy, and it's somebody either already having the courage or trying to get it. And I feel like it's more about trying to get the courage, because we can see here with the Ace of Wands in reverse that it's somebody who may have been having trouble like trusting their heart, leading with their heart. The thing is the Two of Swords is in reverse. So somebody's really overwhelmed, I feel like. They're confused and indecisive. This might be something that's new for them, or they weren't expecting how much they were going to care or love you. That's coming through. Look at the indecisive energy. It's strong, of course, and we see it here also with the High Priestess, because this is, it's a major arcana. It's really blocked intuition. Somebody who can't really see things very clearly. It's really clear. Why? Because this blindfold on that they could get out of. It's the sword energy that's transactional, and it's clarity in relationships, and it hasn't been clear in general. Decisions may have been made that maybe, things get made sometimes when we don't make decisions. Do you know what I mean? Because there's a really strong indecisive energy here. And decisions still needing to be made. Yeah, and this has been really brutal. There's a strong rejection here, and it's somebody who is coming in. It's hot and cold energy. Hello, if you're in New York. This in the upright was a pretty key player, by the way, in Aries energy. But anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't even know why I'm bringing that through, because I really don't recommend cross-watching unless it's your rising sign. In any case, there's the offer. Look, leading with the heart, coming in here with a rose. That's love. It's growth. It's clear sun here. The sun energy that's bringing in the sun, the outcome. Leo energy here. The source and the crown chakra, knowing, look, this messenger, it's rising above, trying to get the courage. They're looking right at the 8 here, but of course that's also an infinity symbol. So for some of you, that's twin flame energy. It's not for everybody. That's also a number of action, mastering something, accomplishing something. And clearly somebody here has not always had that courage. There's a really stuck energy. Brutal too. Something's changing here. Are they taking this inspired action? Because there's the wand. And there's one of the roses, the potential, the new beginning, the offer. And that 8, by the way, that's also, that's also bringing in some Gaia energy. And of course, the infinity symbol can be twin flame journey, but that's also, that's life force, and that's forever love. So this is someone that either you had planned to be together forever. For some of you, that's twin flame energy. That's something else. If you're resonating, stick around. There might be more for you. If you feel like you want to check out twin flame readings, they're down below as well. But that's also balance. That's also bringing in justice and the truth. And we know that there's been an imbalance. You can see it, an overabundance of divine masculine energy. And there's the inspired action here. They're holding on to it in the Magician card, and they're connecting directly here with the sun. Of course, with the source, as above, so below. Rising above the conflicting energy, having clarity. It's being balanced by the pentacle, the commitment, also the cup. Divine timing. There are the roses. It's like they took a rose here, left us with 2, making a decision. Uprighting this for sure. Let's see what's going on. We'll be bringing in more today. But this is also about the friendship here. This goes even beyond. This is yours. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's the 5 of Swords in reverse. Not what I was expecting to see, but this is wanting to make peace. So is this lack of communication? Is it having said some things that are hurtful? Highly possible. This is Venus in Aquarius energy. This is around. It's the planet of love. Venus is the hottest planet, and it's in reverse here, the energy. It's kind of it's the lack of clarity, but it's also dishonesty. It's connecting us to the 5th chakra. This is wanting to be yours. Okay, look at that. This is, it's the Star in reverse. Gosh, you guys. And the Moon in the upright. So this is really clear that, Look at your partnership placement. It's also the World card. The divine timing, a really deep soulmate connection. But your person, I feel, has been afraid to change something, because this feels like a really serious connection, Taurus. This is your person here, this someone that's coming in today, getting closer to you, their soulmate. Look at this, manifesting you. You're manifesting each other. You're both here. There is some fear of change, you know, there are fixed signs here. Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, you're here, Aquarius. Interesting. Making some kind of offer possibly, or maybe it's even closing something, but it's a life-changing decision that's coming through here. And this is needing to communicate in a whole different way, not only with themselves, and you see it, this is where their energy is the strongest, and it's connecting here with the King of Wands strongly. It's the Moon card. It's Pisces energy. Gemini and Cancer are also coming through. And it's what they haven't been able to see. And you can see here with the lack of decision, with the overabundance of divine masculine energy here, the stuck energy, right in the middle is the Star card in reverse. It's Aquarius and Uranus energy. And this is, well, yeah, I feel like it's somebody who is not really in the connection, not answering messages, possibly not being clear, not being honest. Look, it's also connecting here with the Five of Swords in reverse. Because the Star card is having hope and renewal in somebody who is clear and also bringing clarity. And we can see that they haven't been, and they haven't been bringing it either. They've been stuck. There's been some kind of hot and cold energy here. What's changing? Because I want to tell you, with this World card energy, sometimes it can be, and I know it's maybe not what you want to hear. We're going to look at these two, I feel like are yours. It can be coming together and taking some huge steps that are either bringing you closer, which is really strong here, manifesting each other back. This is that inspired action here. Look, again, there's that offer. And even so, they could still be coming here with that, and you could have different ideas, because it can also be, you know, some resolution too, if that's what you're wanting. For me, this is not that. This is, well, yeah, they're coming in here, I feel like, with something really quite big. However, the truth needs to come. Communication is really big here, because it's not been good. We can see that. And maybe some things were said, some lies. Also, just the lack of clarity within themselves. And if you're not clear with what you want, how can you be clear with someone else? If you're indecisive, how can you offer that to, how can they offer that to you, right? If they're not even sure what they're doing here. This is coming in, and it can be completing a picture. What is that? Because this is new beginnings. It's an opportunity, so there's still potential here. The Star card in reverse is telling us that this has been difficult, the lack of communication. It's sad all the way around. It's also sad for this person. This is coming through. Yeah, it's the stuck energy in the Hermit. Interesting. Wow. I'll tell you in just a moment. It's Virgo and Mercury energy, and it's in reverse, and that's stuck energy. That's also stuck communication, I want to say. And it's really validating what we already know. This is a no contact and or in separation. For some of you, Taurus, it can be, like I said, that this is someone that's even in your life now, in your vicinity, you know, but this just how things, what the loneliness within the connection, the partnership, okay? For some of you, this is also a disconnection. And we can see that communication has to change here, because everything's illuminated with the moon. You know, the sun is the conscious and the moon is the subconscious, and it's highlighting it and showing everything that needs to be seen, what's going to be done with that after that. Somebody needs to come and communicate with the truth, which hasn't been the case. It's really super blocked. Look at this. But we see it changing, and I'll tell you about this in a moment. And Well, yeah, the Hermit card, it's Mercury energy too. And you go into the Hermit for clarity, personal truth, spiritual illumination. We see that they're stuck here, but they don't like being stuck here. It's a lonely place to be. You're both maybe kind of there because there is a feeling of being afraid to make the same mistake with this person, and they're also afraid to, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of feelings here that they were not expecting. And that's what I want to tell you about the Queen of, because you see that there's a little bit of page energy here. We don't see it anywhere. It might come in here. We'll have another deck as well, because it's the hot and cold energy. You know, it's sort of like, yeah, somebody who's, it's kind of like when you're standing on, you know, you want to go jump into the water on a cliff, you know, and you really want to do it. And you're just like, I'm going to go, I'm not going to go. Or you go, you go and you scream and then you're fine. So it's kind of some false starts, hot and cold energy. I mean, there's really no other way to put it. And it's been really, really, really difficult, I feel. And there's been a strong sense of rejection. And I want to tell you, the Queen of Pentacles is really strongly connecting with the World card. This is Capricorn and Saturn energy. So the Queen is Queen of Pentacles. You know, that's the commitment and the physical relationships. There's a lot of practicalities around that. But the Queen here is leading with her heart, looking at that transformational energy. And she can make, there's a couple of things going on. She can make things work that aren't working. You know, she's really resourceful and help with this new beginning, because this is the divine timing. It's communication. It can also be physical travel. So somebody could be physically traveling, but it's also coming back together and communicating. You know, this journey, it's the future. Okay. She's leading with the heart here. And it could be, well, it is actually that I feel you were doing some, you know, working on this for a while. It feels really quiet for you. I'm not getting a lot of energy of exactly where you are right now. Some stuck energy too. Afraid to make a mistake. Afraid to make the same mistake is what I'm hearing. And that's kind of really all I'm hearing, you know. But I'm also, I'm really feeling you both in the Magician card as well, that this is something deep in your heart. And what I want to say too is, look at that world. That's bringing in the World card here. And in fact, it's looks like it might be right in front. It looks like the sun might be there. Interesting perspective, isn't it? And that's validating the World card energy for me, the soulmate energy, but also the timing, you know, and just what we see. Completing the connection. For me, this is reaching somewhere you've wanted to reach. This is maybe even going to new heights, quite literally. This magician, this crow, has their wings wide open, ready to take flight for this new beginning. Lots of potential. It's the opportunity. It feels like now, look, it's clear. And holding on to the energy of love, that's the inspired action here. That's the leading with their heart, with the offer, with the rose. That's the 8. That's the action number. It's the king of wands, you know, has access to all this energy. And yeah, this feels like, you know, recent. Like if it hasn't already begun, it's coming. You know, it's real recent for me. There's the offer again. And well, yeah. What is that going to be? Is it going to be completing where you were heading or what you were in? Building a life? Were you talking about building a life? Or are you getting some resolution here? I'm not really feeling that it's resolution, but you know, everyone has free will, energies, outcomes. They can, they will, they do change. Taurus, I want to bring in some more. We'll see what wants to come for the overall energy, when and if. Sometimes it never comes. Sometimes it comes in the way of a love message or another deck. Let's see what else wants to come through. validate something here, new insight, throw us off completely. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the cards. Aho. Oh, well, that changes a lot here. Okay, so this is something you both either wanted or still want. Look at that. This king is adorned with this floral laurel wreath. That is reunion energy. Look at the star there too. Their wings are wide open. Okay. Everyone has divine feminine and divine masculine energy. I feel that this is a divine masculine energy, is your person, or it's the overabundance, okay? Divine masculine, divine feminine, you're both here. We can see that they've been really, really, really clouded, but we see that changing, you know? It's the high priestess in reverse, but we have the magician here, which is just before, okay? This one here, the queen and the king of pentacles. The king of pentacles, this is Virgo ruled by Mercury energy, and it's what they're thinking about. It's the planet of the mind, the planet of communication. Virgo is also here in the magician. So is Gemini, that's communication. So is Mercury, which is the ruling planet for Gemini and Virgo, which is communicating with source, but also communication. This is the king of pentacles here. This is the divine masculine here. Wanting this, whether you're coming back into long-term energy or it's what you both talked about or wanted. Look, this is big. This is goosebumpy for me, Taurus. This is somebody who's coming in who may have a ton of pentacles or a ton of cups or a four of wands question, okay? Ace of cups, thoughts, knight of cups action. Let's see. It's not going to be for everyone, by the way. That's me talking. I don't know. Things just come out, you know? Proposal energy. It won't be for everyone, but it comes through here. Proposals are also, let's propose this, to talk, new beginnings, communication. This feels really big though. This is the two of you who you were either here and you wanted this, or this is telling us what you were in. And there is some resolution here. This feels like going further. This feels like future energy here. This feels like somebody's maybe traveling again, but it's also coming back to communicate together. So for even those of you that might be in the same house or vicinity, you know, that you've just been struggling with where you're going, there's resolution coming, whether you're completing a goal you had to be in. The Ten of Pentacles, long-term energy, you guys. Long-term energy, Hierophant energy, Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Cups. Again, or there's resolution. This feels like everybody's stuck and scared, you know, because could it go either way? Of course, everyone has free will, and there's communication here has been terrible. It really needs to change. I mean, it's extremely clear, and it's been very hurtful, lots of rejection, and it's taken forever for your person to get out of this Two of Swords. And for some of you, are you in there? Maybe, because you're in the Hermit card, for sure, and in the reversal energy of being stuck, but missing each other, wanting this, but saying, oh my gosh, what does this mean? Very impassioned feeling here. I'm surprised we didn't see the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands, but we are seeing the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands as well. In any case, Taurus, that security, that longevity, that feeling of comfort, that's very much you. And it's just a question because you're very loyal, but you're also stubborn. And maybe there's too much time or too much has happened between you. So for some of you that this feels really like I want to cry. There's some heartbreaking energy because it's what you were either in or talked about or really wanted. Some of you still do look at this, but I'm hearing energy too of, but this is really scary here because you want to kind of plan it out, you know, map it out in many ways. And it's not really that simple here, I feel. You know, it's risky. It feels risky, but it feels like there's some kind of magic here. The alchemy coming through and the magician, able to alchemize whatever has gone on and have something really beautiful. This is sticking out. What's it going to tell us? I think it might be the overall energy. I'm preparing because that's what it feels like. It's the King of Swords in reverse. Okay. It's the lack of communication here. Yeah, this is Gemini in Mercury energy. Gosh, you guys, do I feel like this is a spinner? I do. It still belongs here because that is where I'm being led. This is where Spirit is taking me. This is what I'm hearing. The King of Swords is Gemini and Mercury energy, and it's all about communication, and it's the Mercury energy. So here's the thing about this connection. It's exactly what we know, and that's why it has to be here. Okay, I hear you. Because that has been a really, really big point here of communication in the connection, regarding the connection, and decisiveness, possibly some really strong untruths, even words. A new way of communication here is of the utmost importance, I want to say. It's big. It's really big, and that's why. So will it come back on another deck? Maybe. Maybe not. It's a spinner for me because it's a minor arcana. It's not a major arcana. And that's day-to-day energy. That's decisions. So this is the decisions between your person to communicate and you if you want to communicate. It's up to, it's free will. Do you want to talk? Do you guys want to talk and take this opportunity and start again and go back into this, or go into this for the first time, but reunion energy nonetheless, and be in it and go for it? You got to talk first because look, these 5 feathers are here, and that's more, it's bringing in the throat chakra, of course, and that's the black feathers. That's the angels in protective mode, okay? And it's in reverse. It's lack of communication here, lack of clarity, maybe some lies, things said, not talking. Everyone needs to communicate. It needs to be a new way of communication here in order for this, if that's what you're wanting, okay? It could also be for some of you that you don't want to, or they don't come for the communication, and it never uprights. And the communication doesn't take place because this is, it's not the world card. It's not a major arcana, but it's important here today. It just, it was like weird. It was like almost like the star coming up in the upright too. It was like the stars aligning and the sky opening up, and source telling me that this is what it's about. It's everybody needs to be clear here. What you're offering, what you want, what you don't want, what you'll accept, what you won't accept. Last chance. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the card or cards as it may be. Aho, the Page of Swords. Yeah, they're holding on to that truth. There's 2 here. There's 3 here. Okay. You guys, let's take a look. That's it. It's the Page of Swords. It's nocturnal energy, and it's watching here. It's getting the courage here to communicate. Look at this, holding on to the truth. There's the page energy we felt. A little bit of immature energy, trying to figure things out, not really sure. Look, there are the feathers. Guided connection, but also it's in protective mode. There's 2 here. There's 3 here, actually. One's kind of hidden. It's not quite time we can see that. The 6 of Cups connection. These are the last 3 that came through, and then we're going to bring in another deck. I'm actually going to turn the camera on and off, though, because it's about to turn off. It's some weird thing that happens. So I'm going to turn it off before it turns off. No smooth transitions today. And no abrupt ones either. Hello. Okay. 6 of Cups, Sun and Scorpio energy. Nostalgic energy, yeah. Reunion energy, yes. Your person remembering things, both of you. Here, manifesting each other, manifesting your soulmate, getting closer to your soulmate and your true purpose here in the World card, which also came through here in the Queen of Pentacles, which is a lot like Empress energy. It's coming in and can make things work. Also emotional connections, and it's resourceful energy, helping with the beginning here. So minor arcana, but really important. Not a minor role, a big role here. And this is remembering when things were good. There's the crown chakra. There's the sun energy, the source, the sunflowers again coming through. The 4 areas of support and stability. That's all the support that's holding up the foundation so it's stable. The connection is stable, mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual. And also remembering what didn't work. So things can be changed if that's what you want. And it's the 5 cups, bringing in the 5 of cups here. You know, Mars and Scorpio within this Sun and Scorpio energy. And that's the loss and the regret here. But also, yeah, having abandoned the connection, not been honest. Yeah, this is both of you rising above it. You guys, and when this cup was full, it's beautiful and full here. It's bringing something in. This is very, and look, here's the Knight of Cups energy, and I thought it's interesting because I saw it as it was coming in. This is the past energy for me, and I feel like this is a, these are going to be, they're spinners for me because we saw the Knight of Cups coming in. I wasn't expecting to see it in reverse, but I'm not really surprised because this is where they were and they might still be, but they're coming out of that. And we see it in the 5 of Swords and in the Star card in reverse. Star card, I said car. Interesting, kind of bringing in Chariot energy there. The High Priestess in reverse, the 2 of Swords. So it's not surprising because it's it's the Prince, Princess charming. And it's the lack of that, you know, and we see that here. It's been false starts, and it's a spinner for me because it's coming in at some point now, I feel. Whatever that offer is going to be, and it could be huge here. But it's just being not so nice. We're going to leave it at that. And it's connecting here with the Emperor in reverse, which isn't surprising because that's some of the immature energy that we're talking about. And ego. Aries and Mars energy, divine masculine energy. And just as we talked about with the Emperor and the High Priestess here in reverse, it's an overabundance of divine masculine energy. It's the balance that we see that they're trying to get. And the Ankh, which the Emperor holds, is yin-yang energy, and that's divine feminine and divine masculine. And it's more, again, of the overabundance. And there's the Sword here. You know, it's the lack of clarity. It's the truth here. You know, it's the Emperor. It's not the Page of Swords. But like I said, these not major arcanas are still major players here today. And this has been a really big player. We already know that. And Mars is the energy surrounding, you know, the planet of action, aggression, passion, drive, conflict. It's how you do things. And it's what they weren't doing. You know, that liking things a particular way and holding back some emotions for sure. Some ego, some power struggles. It's balancing out here. So what are you going to do? Because I see that you're really afraid to be hurt, you know, afraid to make this mistake. So this is either a new beginning or a closure. We're bringing in another deck, Taurus. And it's the same deck, but it's in German, small. It's my soul deck. If you watch my readings here regularly, you're probably used to seeing it. And I'm just really extra connected lately. And that's how I roll. You know, I could be in a deck for weeks, months. I could change every day. I don't know. Let's see what's coming through. It could be validations, new insight, could be completely throwing us off course here, you know. But everything is coming down for a reason. So let's see what's coming through. Thank you, spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. Please show us the card or cards as it may be. Aho. Oh, it's the 4 of Pentacles. It's the Sun in Capricorn. And this is what they're doing. We already know that. Not letting you go, not letting each other go, but untangling some things in their life. Could it be for some of you, it's other connections? It could. Other commitments. But commitments aren't always romantic. They can be. Can be family of origin too. Commitments to ideas, locations, cultural differences. For me, it's communication here. Why do I feel like it was here? Didn't we see a card bringing in New York? Maybe I'm imagining that. Anyway, there's New York. No, yeah, we did. That's here. Look. It's the same scene, but a different season. Yeah, because this is in reverse, and it's been like hot and cold. It's been, you know, false starts. You know what I mean? So it's like cycling, kind of. It's full energy in some ways. It's seasons changing, you know. Interesting. Look, this is here now. And here we can see very clearly that this, it's like the same scene, very different. It's kind of, is it moved over? There's trees here now. The water is flowing in blue, connecting us to the throat chakra. Yeah, I mean, it's very clearly water. And this path here, there's not a path here anymore. Yeah, I mean, not here either because it's in reverse. But so they're not letting you go, but it's not, yeah, it's the timing issue here for sure. There are some things that they're working on, untangling. You know, there's something there. Again, hello to New York, if you're in New York. There's the Page of Swords in reverse. Isn't that interesting? So that's a spinner. And that's some immature energy and the disconnect energy. And it's the Eight of Swords coming in reverse here. So this is the communication opening up finally, because this is where they've been. It's also the Two of Swords in reverse. Indecisive, non-communicative, not clear. The Eight of Swords is Jupiter and Gemini. Gemini is all about communication, as we know. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, prosperity, growth, hope. And it brings in Pisces and Sagittarius. That's not this energy, but it's the 8. It's the planet of action. And an 8 is an 8. It always is an 8, you know. For some of you, that twin flame energy again, but that's the balance. It's coming out here and communicating. That's uprighting the High Priestess for me, making a decision to communicate. Yeah. Freeing up their mind, their voice. I don't know. Those just felt like yours. We're going to look at them. There's the bottom of the deck, the Ace of Pentacles, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. You're here. Taking it to another level here. Thinking a lot about it. Looking at all the obstacles, but rising all above the indecision, the bad judgment here. Protecting it too. Perched on it. You know, the crow is perched on it. And there's that tree again. Poppies, the making peace. This is a building here behind. Yeah. So it's the journey, but it's, you can see it's just coming over the mountains here, which were the obstacles, I should say. And a lot of that's themselves, the communication, the indecision, the lack of clarity here, thinking a lot about it, coming here. So we see that this is kind of big for a lot of you. I'm leaving it like this because we're going to move into messages from their higher self after we look at the cards. Well, look, here it is again. So this is the thing. It's the lack of communication here, and it's the Nine of Cups in reverse. So yeah, it was not communicating. That's what's coming through for me here. It's Jupiter and Pisces energy. I want to show you. There's the sunflowers again, the choice. There's the crown chakra. Looking away, actually, even in the upright here. You know, not being clear. And it's coming down with the King of Swords, which wanted to be your overall energy. And it just seemed weird to me. And then it was clearer. Yeah, so this was the lack of communication. And that's what needs to be overcome. Do I feel like this means that wishes aren't fulfilled now? I don't, because this is past energy for me. We can see that communication wasn't happening. It's a validation. And that's what needs to happen to upright these, because these are not major arcana cards. It's day-to-day decisions. So is somebody coming in with the offer? Well, communication needs to happen first. Does somebody want that? Communication needs to happen. You know, and we see that. Yeah, that's just exactly what hasn't been going on here. Okay, if somebody hasn't been moving in the way of communication, honesty, clarification. Taurus. And we're going to bring in some messages from their higher self now. Love messages, channel love messages. What do you want to say to your Taurus? Through love messages, through channeled love messages. I stay up all night thinking of you. hot and cold, spinning, Page of Swords energy, nocturnal, watching. I'm plotting our reunion. That's real strong here. I don't deserve you, but I want you. Interesting. Taurus. There is that fear here of not wanting to be hurt. There's a really strong connection here, by the way. We know there's soulmate energy here. For some of you, twin flame energy. And that also comes through in the Six of Cups. But that connection of just feeling like it's your person, you know. Some of you have known this person since you were young. It's not going to be for everyone. It also just is that feeling. And yeah, past life energy for some of you, twin flame energy. There's a card here that I feel like, why do I feel like we need to look at it? What's it going to be? Now it's the Ace of Pentacles in reverse here. You guys, look at this. Why did this want to show it to me? Because it's the hot and cold energy. It's indecisive. I'm telling you this, I understand that Hermit card energy in reverse of being afraid to be hurt because they've been very indecisive, but that's changing here, I feel. It's a lot on relying on communication. With this Magician and the World card, it's whatever you're going to be doing here, you know. It feels big. Believe it, I love you. I dream about a life together. It's all I want. My heart has never stopped beating for you. It's interesting because, yeah, it's just one of those readings. The hot and cold energy, the false starts has been really super strong, and that's connecting here. Look at that. Ace of Pentacles right here with the Ace of Wands in reverse. The false starts. But the feeling of nostalgia is strong. It's just, yes, again, it's some of that immature energy, ego. We saw that in the Emperor. Thinking about you. Please know you are perfect to me. I'm still loving you. My throat chakra just did a weird thing. And then I just had kind of a stutter there. These are the last two. And then we're going to close your reading, Taurus. Yeah. This feels really big. This person loves you. They're just so confused. Or they're coming out of that now, though. But they've been very confused. You can see it. I am so sorry. They're sorry for that. You give me butterflies. Taurus, that's your reading today. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed today's reading, please like the reading. I always feel really pathetic asking, but watching readings, liking them, sharing them if you're inspired, really help the Tarot Closet so much. Helps me a lot. So thank you very much. Thank you for being here today. I'm sending you love and light, all good things. Have a really beautiful day, and I look forward to seeing you at another reading. Bye, Taurus.